G'day guys, Dogouken Tiger here, the Tiger from Down Under with another toy review. And this one, I honestly think this suits me a lot. Only because of the character, what he sort of represents in a sense. Plus his introduction to the series was very big, let's just put it that way. So this week I will be reviewing the Kamen Rider Buster. Genbu Shinwa Buster Sword and the Genbu Shinwa's Wonder Ride book. Or, as he is known to Kamen Rider Buster's Sword and Wonder Book. I wanted to get this for a while. I love the colour. I love the character. Now that I've actually seen him in the show. At first I was like, oh god, he's one of those sort of people. But he's actually pretty cool, pretty decent. And he's all about his... He calls himself... I love how in the show he calls himself... the father of parenting, or parenting of father, or something like that. And I was like, you're a swordsman that brings your kid along. That's not the smartest idea to something like this. But it was really well done. I really, really like him, and I think he's actually a pretty cool addition to the Kamen Rider Saber series. Alright, enough prattling on. Let's have a look at the box. This box is huge. Like, holy heck. Originally, now, before I show you the box, this is something you guys need to understand. They did a review, someone did a review and a comparison. Now, over the years, they always have a look at the different weapons. Previously, 01 had potential, or was one of the biggest, only by, I think it was like a small margin. Someone put all of them in. This one toppled it. This is probably by far one of the largest Kamen Rider DX toys you can get. I am not joking. And you're probably going, Dogouken, that can't be true. Oh, but it is. This thing is huge. That's the box. It doesn't fit on my camera. I have to literally hold it all the way back. This thing is huge! I was legitimately shocked when I got the parcel. I'm like, wow, that's a big box. Oh, okay, I probably got a couple of things in it, that'll be alright. No, the box was for purely this. This thing was huge! Buster, you're a freaking awesome mammoth of a guy, but holy heck. I don't even know if I can actually hold this in the camera or not. I might do what he does. Hang on, hang on. Ha ha! That works. There you go, Buster. Anyway, so this thing is huge. Look at it. Look how big this box is. This is by far probably one of the biggest boxes toy I've ever got in my life. And I'm not including all Kamen Rider. I'm talking anything in my life. This has to be the longest toy box I've ever had. And I freaking love it. So that is Kamen Rider Buster there. There he is there. He kind of has a little bit of a Dano vibe to him. A little bit, just by the face. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Dano. But yeah, so there is I have to that is the Buster sword there. That thing is massive. And then you've got the Genbu Shinwa Wonder book there. I kid you not, this thing is massive. I was like, oh, okay. When I first saw it, I thought, oh yeah, it'll be like clink, 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 you gotta build it up. No, the actual sword came in this size. It literally sits diagonal in the box. Bunkai, you keep making me go, Nani? Freaking love it. It is awesome. So yeah, that's the front. The top, again, I'm gonna have to do this in pieces because this is not gonna fit in my camera. But yeah, there it is there. There's the sword again with the Wonder Book in it. How the book looks. On the bottom, Buster, sword, obligatories. On the side, there's the sword. Other side, Buster, holding it over his shoulder. It is nuts. On the back, it is by... So you can do obviously other Wonder Books. If you have them, you can put Genki Shinwa in the Zenki sword driver, which we will be doing. We'll definitely be doing that today. All the different pose things you can do. This thing is massive. Like, I'm having trouble getting it in the camera. Oh my god. So obviously open it up. It says it's normal jingle. Put it in the driver. Press the trigger. You turn into Kamen Rider Buster there. Freaking awesome. Love it. Good job. Press it again. You're doing a special attack. You press a thing. Now, this is the one that tricked me for a bit. If you take out the Wonder Book, or if you have any Wonder Book, you turn it around and push it in the top up here. We will have a look at that closer in it. Push it in there, you're able to do a thing. As it says there, push it in, press the trigger, does an attack, boom, 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 which is really, really cool. So yeah. I can't get over this box. This is ginormous. I have no idea where the heck I'm going to be putting this box. Like, good lord. I have no idea where this is going to go in my house. But yeah, there it is there, guys. I don't know what to say. It's freaking huge and I freaking love it. So yeah. Alright. Enough hype about the box, because yeah, this thing is massive. Let's actually have a look at it, because you would think a box this big would have something very big inside of it, and it does. So let's have a look at that. And there they are. There is the Kamen Rider Buster sword and the Genki Shinwa Wonder Book. Holy heck, this thing. It is massive and I freaking love it. It is so cool. Does it work? Do I look cool? I love it. I love the orange. I love this orange on it. I think it's really well done. Suits it perfectly. Obviously, the driver house for where it's held. I see you. I also like that. Cool little logo of his helmet. A little bit of orange on the bottom, which is so cool. So yeah, this thing is huge. Surprisingly, I thought this would be a lot heavier, being because of what it is. It's really not. It's actually the bottom is the heaviest bit on it. But otherwise, this thing is huge. As you can see, I have enough trouble trying to get this in the camera. I think like there is the best. Or I could probably do it like that. I don't know. But yeah, so that is the Buster thing there. We'll have a look at it and turn it on, sounds and all that in a jazz. And then we have the Genki Shinwa Wonder Book. So we'll have a look at this first before we look into this. So, Genki Shinwa Wonder Book. So a nice color grey. I love the thing. It's obviously about a black turtle, a black legendary turtle. I don't know the story myself. Obviously something in Japan about it. Very nice color grey on it. Very sticks out. Again, the sword on there, which we now know what that is for. So yeah, on the bottom, normal 3 things. We open this up. Again, a little bit of text. And then, obviously, a black turtle. What that said. Press the button on the bottom. If I can get it to work. There we go. Genbu Shinwa. So that is it there. It is really, really cool. I love it. It looks great. And Buster is a very interesting character. Alright, so that is the Wonder Book. Let's have a look at the sword. So there is the sword. Now I'm going to have to stand back a bit because this thing just does not, like seriously, this does not fit in a camera all that well. Like I said, I do love the clear orange. It looks really, really well done. I love the effects. That's really, really cool. A little bit of silver. Obviously a button up here. Again, the driver house for the the Wonder Book. I keep saying Ride Watch. I don't know why. But the Wonder Book in there. Again, also with the logo. You've got a nice orange trigger as well. Pretty self-explanatory. There's not much in there. We pull the trigger. Pretty cool. Which is really, really cool. I like that. I think this is a cool weapon. And by far it is one of the only weapons that actually fits in my goddamn hand. Because every other one I have to do at least like 2 fingers, rock on, or I gotta do like that. It is weird. This is legitimately the first one I can actually wrap my hand around. And I love it. So yeah. Really, really cool. I love it. I think it's good. Now, you're probably going, Darken, there's got to be something more to it. It has to light up. It has to do anything. Surprisingly, it doesn't. I would have loved if they had put some sort of other lighting effect on it. But I think keeping it simplistic, you've got the clear orange on it, you've got the see-through. It already has, I think, enough on it, and I absolutely love it. Now, normally, on toy reviews with me, with any Kamen Rider belt, it would usually mean I would use a belt, tunk, get said thing, and plonk or plonk, and off I go. This, however, I do not, because everything is pretty much there. So, we're just going to go straight into the review. I know. Darken. That's new. Yeah, I know. Happens when you have something this freaking big! Like, my god. Now, I have tried to replicate the, open the book, slam it in, and then he does the, boom. I still cannot get it right. So, I'm going to do it my way. Because I think if you did it this way, it would probably look cool. But what do I know? That, and then again, in the show, this thing is freaking heavy, and how he lugs it around, I don't understand. But it's called a Kamen Rider Buster for a reason. So, to do that, we need to open the book and get straight into this. So, Henshin.
Genbu Shinwa. Dogouken Gekido. Gekido 10接待走行の体験が国宝より大いなる一撃を叩き込む。
Pretty cool. And the sound effects for the blade is a little bit more heavier. Sounds like it's more chopping. Again, happens when you have the Ride Watch in it. Alright, I'll do it again just so you guys can sort of see it. To get it out, you shut it and you press this button at the top here. So you press that, and then you just, all you gotta do is pull the Wonder Book down and out. So, let's have a look at that again, shall we?
Genbu
What do you think? I like it. Now, the other thing is though, with this, now, like with Saber, Blades, you could normally tap it and do an attack, things. Buster's one is a little bit different, so you can still do... But that's it, and then if I pull the trigger, nothing happens. I don't know why that is, but like I did say to you, he does do a finisher a little bit differently. So to do his finisher, like I said, he has a thing up here. So you can do it with another Wonder Book, or you could use the same one. The only problem is if you do take this one out, you will have to cycle through the actual sound effects again. However, because I am that sort of a guy, I came one prepared. So we're going to do the Peter Fantasista. Plus, I also kind of want to hear what Peter Fantasista sounds in the Buster sword. So, to do that, all you got to do, like I said, put the Wonder Book in there. So all you got to do, with the 3 buttons on the bottom, I don't know how well this will show up, maybe if I do it like this. And... that sounds like a heavy attack, and I freaking like it. So yeah, there you go. That's basically what it is. So all you got to do is just grab another Wonder Book. Make sure you got the 3 things at the bottom. All you got to do, as you can see, I don't know how, again, I don't know how well this will come up on the camera, but if you can look just there, you've got a little trigger here, and then a button there. Supposedly, when you pull this back, not only does it activate the Wonder Book, but it also activates the attack. So yeah. So I'll do it again just so you guys can hear it. This time I'll do it from this angle just so you guys can sort of see it. So, and then we just... So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, there's not much else you can do with the Buster sword. That's really about it. Like, I was sort of hoping we'd be able to sort of see more. We could do another sort of style of attack. But again, all the Saber riders in the series have all got their own significant thing. Again, depending on the weapon or depending on the driver, it all depends on that more so. Now, as I said, I want to see what would happen if we put a different Wonder Book in this. So at the moment, we are now Kamen Rider Buster. However, I want to try and see what it would sound like with, like I said, Peter Fantasista. So, now Buster is different when it comes to a lot of the riders in the series, because his form is very bulky, so he doesn't change like the half. It'll either be an arm or a shoulder, or it'll be just the arm. So far, I believe he's done it with one of them we've seen in the series. I don't know if there are going to be any more down the track, but hopefully we will see some other forms for him later on. Alright, so to use Peter Fantasista in this, we close this, press the button up the top, take that off, and then we use Peter Fantasista. We'll toot this in. There we go, now it's working. Pull the trigger. So yeah, there you go. So it still technically sounds like Buster, but he now has, technically on him he would have a Peter Fantasista effect. He probably would have a hook on his hand. Again, not much else to it. So that is pretty much Kamen Rider Buster's ability. So that is the Buster sword with his Genbu Shinwa Wonder Book. So all we need to do now is try this in the Senki driver. So let's go and try that out. So yeah, there you go, guys. So as far as the Senki driver goes with the Genbu Shinwa, it doesn't really do much. I was going to try it with other ones, but the thing is though, I kind of want to keep it to itself because it just doesn't seem right. Like, yeah, it says, you could see it could use different ones, but it's going to be relatively the same sound each time. So it would play Genbu Shinwa and then whatever the other ones are. But again, hopefully you guys got a good idea of this one. Again, I freaking love it. I think this is by far one of their, probably the most interesting toy they've brought out for DX. Again, would I recommend this for a kid? Probably not. Because I think if this kid started running around swinging this, it's gonna freaking hurt. But it is still very, very cool. I'm so happy I got it. Like I said, it is one of the biggest Kamen Rider weapons you are going to get. So if you want to get it now. Speaking of where you can get this, you can pick this up from a couple of different places. You can get this from Hobby Link Japan, which is where I got this one from. You can get it from Taka at Kitetsu Toys Japan, Ami, Japanese Action Figures, because I remember in one of my videos I said it the wrong name. Ami, as well as Amazon and eBay, but be wary of their pricing. They do charge for overseas tax. So yeah, that is my toy review of the Kamen Rider Buster Genbu Shinwa Wonder Book and Buster Sword. Again, I freaking loved it. I think this is a great freaking edition. I love it. Again, anything with swords in it, you've already got me hooked. I love it. If you guys like this video, please make sure you hit that like button. Every little bit does help. If you want to see any more future content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell to let you know when I bring out another video or if I go live. As always, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. That was my review of the Kamen Rider Buster set. And as always, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Gotta love it. Ciao.